has played for both teams. Artadi as well. And Haynes is the official underwear of the PBA. Meyerhofer will sit down at, medyo paika-ika si Meyerhofer going back to the bench. Still holding on to his lower back as Don Aliado takes his place.
You notice a marked improvement in the way Ricky Villanueva takes his free throws. And there was a time when he was banking his free throw shots.
Which is a sign of desperation, by the way.
Yes, exactly.
Pabad na yung free throw mo, medyo. Naghahanap ka na talaga ng paraan just to make your free throws. Canaleta, 1 minute to go in the first half. And Aliado, hand off. Cliff Brown, nice pass from Aliado and a nice finish for Cliff Brown, who now has 14 points.
You know, always looking for that extra pass. Don Aliado, he liked that. He was playing the post. He actually set the screen earlier and going with the extra pass.
Helper Brand double team. Here's Cortez. Cortez will to Kagiwa. Kagiwa for 3. And rebound for Roger Yap. But somebody reached in. Kaya nawala yung bola sa mga kamay ni Roger Yap. It's against Mike Cortez. Here's our Yakult slam dunk. Don Aliado very comfortable in his role for the B-Meg Derby Llamados, setting up fellow big men like Cliff Brown with that Yakult slam dunk.
A post move by Don Aliado, moving around, getting the defense to commit to him, and then finding the open man with a nice dish inside.
Time winding down dito sa second quarter. Bola na kay Aliado. And out of Canaleta. Canaleta against Kagiwa. Height advantage Canaleta. Here's Aliado. Aliado fakes. Aliado is fouled.
You know, big difference here, Miko, is that when you look at B-Meg, the way they run their offense, they're going for the postman. Either Don Aliado or Cliff Brown, and they're getting points out of that post. On the other hand, Ginebra, no post offense, they don't have an Eric Meg.
30-second timeout brought to you by Handy Fix of First Aid ng Bahay Mo, Bonzo, and Seals All. Eric Meng not in attendance tonight. Certainly the biggest post-up threat ng Ginebra. Certainly that will affect Ginebra's inside game. And samantala on the other side, here's B-Meg Derby Ace
capitalizing on their size.
Cliff Brown already with 14 points.
That's a big difference in the way they're running their offense right now. Barangay Ginebra, absolutely no inside presence. Rico Villanueva is in the game, but he's really not getting the passes as he posts up. And you have on the other hand players like Don Aliado and Cliff Brown. And Brown, when he posts up, he'll command the double team. And Don Aliado, very unselfish at the post, always looking to make the extra pass.
Twenty seconds remaining dito sa second quarter. And a near steal by Ginebra. But the Llamados get the ball back. They have 7 seconds to work with. 15.7 seconds remaining in the second period. And tactical change here. Hatfield will sit down in favor of Willie Wilson. Hatfield already with 3 personal fouls. They don't want him picking up a 4th foul with that much time remaining. And here's Brown. Oh, he scored! He scored a nice play off a baseline inbounds pass at my bonus free throw pass to Cliff Brown, and he has 16 points.
And you watch it right there. Kita-kita natin. A nice bounce pass. So, you know, it's not as though it was a blind pass. Kitang-kita natin yung pagpasa ni Roger Yap. But because of his inside presence, you know, he's able to find a way to be able to get possession and score from up close.
Despite that missed free throw, ito na ang pinakamalaking lamang ng B-Meg Derby Ace, a 10-point game. 6 seconds to go in the quarter. Kagiwa, triple team. Here's Roger Yap. 1 second to go. Roger Yap at the buzzer! No! Almost, but not quite. 10 puntos. Yan ang abante ng B-Meg Derby Ace at the end of the first 2 quarters. 47-37 Boy, that B-Meg Derby Ace defense really doing its job in the second period. And James Yap is with Dominic Wood.
Thank you, Miko. James, nakita natin, lamang kayo, pero depensa ang pinapakita nyo sa napakaganda ng ikot ng bola.
Yun talaga yung first option namin, yung defense talaga. Kailangan namin kailangan i-deny talaga lahat ng mga star player nila, no? So, yung ikot ng bola, kailangan talaga makahawak lahat ng teammates ko para ma-feel nila and magkaroon sila ng confidence sa tira nila.
Papunta naman tayo sa personal game mo. Alam natin, this conference, medyo nagsastruggle ka sa free throw.
Well, ganun pa rin. Basta tira lang. Practice lang.
Practice lang. All right. Thank you, James. The PBA will be right back after a few messages.
At the half, lawang po ng 10 ang B-Meg Derby Ace Llamados laban sa Ginebra, 47-37. Welcome back to the Big Dome PBA Wednesday here on Solar TV. Miko Halili with El Decado Senor Quinito Henson. And boy, that B-Meg Derby Ace defense really buckling down to work, especially in that second quarter.
That second quarter was really tough. Defensively, B-Meg really showed its strength. In the first quarter of this game, Barangay never shot 50% from the field. In the second quarter, that field goal percentage went down to 15%. And only 14 points scored by Ginebra in that quarter. B-Meg really went to work defensively. Plus, Barangay Ginebra's outside shooting completely out of whack so far. 0 out of 7 from three-point distance.
Llamados leading by as many as 9 points in the first quarter and as much as 10 in the second period. Here's the Dean's list, starting with Ginebra.
Well, let's review Barangay Ginebra. They've got 3 X marks. They haven't been able to control the interior. As you see, B-Meg is +4 in the rebounding department. Denham Brown, hey, here's a guy who scored 111 points in one game, even if it was a high school game. But he's only scored 8 points in this one, and 6 rebounds and 3 assists. Certainly not inspiring his teammates to pick up the slack. Slow down or speed up. I feel that the backcourt still is finding its character, its personality. Is it going to be the Fast and the Furious? Will it be Miller? Will it be Mike Cortez? And the personality is showing in the way the ball is being distributed, and that's an X mark for Ginebra because B-Meg has more assists. And for B-Meg, 3 X marks for Barangay Ginebra. It's 3 check marks. For B-Meg, Cliff's Luxury, Mark Pingris taking over defensive chores against the import. That has allowed Cliff Brown to score 16 points and grab 10 rebounds. He's exerting a lot of energy in offense because he's preserving his energy off of the defense. Pressure for the turnovers. Look at the points of turnovers difference, 13-4 in favor of B-Meg. And length being well, B-Meg is using that with great advantage in forcing Barangay Ginebra to that kind of field goal percentage.
So we open the second half with B-Meg Derby Ace on top by 10 big points. This happens to be their biggest lead of the ball game, and Villanueva twirls and misses. Llamados start the second half with James Yap, Don Aliado, Mark Pingris, Cliff Brown, and Paul Artadi. Cliff Brown, by the way, already with 16 points.
And adding to that, he's 10 rebounds.
And he has the ball right now, and here's Aliado, 17-footer is good.
And see how B-Meg run that play with very good spacing. Everything going through the post player, Cliff Brown posting up, then finding the open man. As he said in the interview that we heard during the first half, he's really looking more to pass than score.
Ang pinakamalaking lamang ng Llamados, a 12-point lead. There's a swipe by Helterbrand. Foul is against Aliado. For Ginebra, it's Helterbrand, Tubin, Villanueva, Hatfield, and the import Denham Brown. Pareho pong Brown yung pangalan ng ating dalawang imports, just in case you were wondering. They're not related. Magkaiba rin ang laro nila. Cliff Brown, more of a big man, and Denham Brown, more of a shooting guard. Meantime, here's Helterbrand. Helterbrand spins, nowhere to go. Denham Brown fires and scores.
That's his range and that's his shot. But that's what Barangay never needs to do. They need to have that ball movement, looking for the open man, giving up the ball.
And Denham Brown in double figures with 10 points. 10 points pa rin